everyone, I'm Angela. Welcome and welcome back to Angela's Fashion Mix and to day 2 of my 12 days of Christmas. I thank you for watching day 1, and here we are already, day number 2, and we are presenting a variety of things for the 12 days of Christmas. So I started off on the first day with holiday decor. I thought that was appropriate for the Christmas season, and I will be sharing more of Christmas and what I'm doing throughout the 12 days. And with day number 2, we're going to talk about the closet today and how to enjoy this space a bit more. It's a little bit about decluttering and just getting the space organized and how we can use it and so it better serves us. So I do hope you enjoy what I bring to you today. So for day 2, how to get those closets organized. So I'm going to start with making the recommendation to declutter. I think that is step 1, and an easy way to do that is just to go through and just pick a section a little bit at a time so it's not overwhelming, or you can just jump all in and say, I'm going to get this thing done and get it done. But if you start section by section, and I say start section by section because that way, if it's something you've put off for a while, it may be overwhelming. So if you start with your tops or your pants, whatever you're going to start with, get that section complete. And what you're looking to do is take those things out that just do not serve you in any capacity any longer. Those pieces are taking up valuable space. Whereas you may be looking at your closet and say, I don't have any more room. The room is there and it's being occupied by things that you can't wear, won't wear, don't like. You don't like the color. For whatever reason, those pieces are still in that closet. I challenge you. And a good way to challenge yourself is by the 12th day of my videos, see what you can come up with and see what kind of change you can make in your space. So in the next few days, you have some timeline to maybe just pick a day. I know it's a busy time of year, but the saying goes, busy people get things done. If you're busy and you just add a few extra minutes in a day and just focus on that one thing, you might see some change by day number 12. So start with decluttering. And once you've got those things pulled out, what are you going to do with them? Are you going to give them to a family member or a friend, or you can donate them to a women's cause or some other place that there can be some benefit? Everything doesn't have to go to thrift. Lots of things can be better utilized by donating to people who are really going to get some value out of those things that no longer serve you. So a couple of times a year, sometimes 3 to 4 times a year, just depends on what's coming in. I go through and I take that assessment myself of my own space. And not that I don't like the clothes that I have, it's just that as I'm bringing in new things, I'm assessing what those new things are that I'm bringing in and how they compare to what is already here. I mentioned some time ago in a few videos that as I'm aging, I feel like my style is going to remain the same overall, but the pieces that I'm bringing in now, I'm looking at those pieces differently as I age. So I'm being very intentional about what I'm bringing into the space now. So with those new things and with the things that are going out, I want my pieces to go to someone that is going to enjoy them as I have. I don't donate anything that needs major repair. I don't donate anything that nobody is going to get any use out of. There are very few things that I take to a thrift store. So I'm trying to get the pieces out that will serve someone. So once you've had the opportunity to pull those pieces out, I recommend then that you take a look at what you have left and what does it look like? What does your closet look like to you? I mentioned before that when I started to create this space, I wanted it to look a certain way when I walked in. So having the opportunity to have this space, I wanted the opportunity to make it what I really wanted it to be for this space in time. Now, it can change in the future, of course, but where I was 2 years ago when I started it, it felt good at that time. So there's some ways to make the space feel a certain way. What I recommend is that you categorize your clothes. Now, certainly you can hang all your whites together, whatever the piece is, from sleeveless to long to work to casual, whatever. You can definitely do that inside of each color. But for me, it feels better if I have my sleeveless together, my short together, my long sleeves together, all my dresses are together, the blazers, you get it. So when I look for a certain thing, I don't have to flip through 20 pieces to find a sleeveless top that's in between long sleeves and some short sleeves. And I may not see it because it's mixed in. So when I keep those links together that way and categorize, it makes my life easier in terms of getting dressed. And I also can see what I have. So if that's going to be something that helps you, you can definitely do it that way. Now, what I do with my prints along with my solids, now I have mine from light to dark. And what I do with the prints is put those on the end. The busyness of a print mixed in with the solids to me starts to look a bit messy, and I don't enjoy looking at it that way. So the prints are in their own section and they are hung together, but also within the prints, I typically try to keep those light to dark as well. Another thing I would recommend when it comes to getting the closet in order is to have some consistency, at least with the hangers. And this is a very affordable way to get some consistency with your look. So these are velvet hangers. I have those throughout, and I have a couple of different styles. And I use this one if there is a belt that goes with a blazer or a dress. I hang that here. Or if I had a scarf and I wanted to keep it with a certain piece, I would also use this for that. So that's one style. But most of my hangers are in the velvet. And these come in a variety of colors. I've seen them in white, I've seen pink, I've seen rose gold, I have seen them in burgundy and brown, and of course, black and gray. So you have a lot of option to create this visual when it comes to your hangers. And that just gives you some cohesion throughout the space, even before you do anything else. All of the tops of the hangers are going to be the same, and the parts that show are all going to be the same. And that's going to create some balance for you. So consider what your lifestyle is day to day. If you need to transition from suits because you've retired or you have a certain wardrobe or uniform for work that you no longer need, and you want to get rid of those things because now they're taking up valuable space that you may no longer have to give away. So if you had 50 suits while you're working in corporate and you just retired and you want to narrow those down, or maybe you don't want to narrow those down, you want to keep all your 50 suits, that's awesome. But at least make sure that those suits that you're keeping, you can still wear, you still like all of the things, and that those things aren't taking up space you can use for something else. If you have a minimal amount of clothing and you're working in a smaller space, there's still an opportunity for you to create something visually interesting and less stressful or less busy just by using some specific pieces in your wardrobe. Now, I've linked a couple of things here that I found on Amazon. And for vertical space, if you have pants that you need to hang and they're taking up the horizontal space, these pieces can definitely help you create vertical space, thus giving you a little bit more space side to side. You can also use these for tops. You've seen them on TV ads, and I'm sure you've seen them in other places. But these are great ways to just give you a little bit more opportunity to maybe minimize what's going on horizontally and create that space vertically. That's going to give you a little bit more room to work with. And that's going to give you an opportunity to see your things as well as enjoy your space more. And finally, I talked about candles. I burn candles here in the closet. I have a floral arrangement here in the closet that changes periodically. I have a lamp here in the closet. Now, granted, I have space to add all these things, but even if you have a small space, you can still make that space smell a certain way and look a certain way. You can use sachets if potpourri is something that you like, or if you want to spray your designer fragrance as an air freshener. By all means, do what feels good and gives you the fragrance in your closet that you want. in addition to walking in or opening the doors and seeing what we work with day to day and being able to enjoy that space more. It doesn't have to be just visual. The things that are going to add to our experience is, what does our space smell like? So wherever you can find a little bit of place, if it's a sachet in some drawers, if it's a sachet hanging on a pin on the wall, however you can get something into your closet that gives you a scent that you are going to enjoy every single time you walk in, do that for yourself so that you can enjoy your space more. Don't forget, if you want to take on the challenge of just starting with a category in your closet somewhere in the next 10 days and see what you can accomplish to maybe make your closet what you want it to be. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will plan to see you for day number 3 on Sunday. Everyone have a fantastic rest of your night, and I will see you soon.